In my last video, I went over how to grow and house your population in Civilization 6, but knowing how to entertain said population is just as important, which is where amenities come into play. Every 2 population in a city needs 1 amenity, and this number in the city management panel will show you how many amenities you have left over. Having 5 or more extra amenities will make your city ecstatic, increasing yields by 20%, and 3 to 4 extra makes the city happy, increasing yields by 10%. Both are a nice way to reward you for keeping your citizens well entertained. Having 0 to 2 amenities is treated as the default, and is the bare minimum you should strive for. -1 to -2 makes the city displeased, lowering yields by 10%, and it gets worse as the city becomes unhappy, lowering yields further, and going even lower causes unrest, spawning barbarian units. And finally, having citizens so unhappy with your rule at -7 amenities or fewer basically puts the game on French Revolution mode. These numbers I'm showing you on screen are based on having the Gathering Storm DLC, so if you play vanilla, the thresholds to keep your cities happy are a bit lower, making it easier for you. The most common way of obtaining amenities is through luxury resources, so understanding them is important.
Hello, I'm Ursa, and today I'm going to explain how luxury resources work in Civilization 6. Luxuries might be the most important out of the 3 classes of resources in Civ 6. They come in a variety of forms, but work mostly the same whether they are luxuries on the map or those generated by great people or city-states. A luxury resource provides 4 amenities, but it can only provide that amenity to a city once, essentially giving 1 to 4 different cities. To get the bonus from a luxury, you simply have to improve its tile or settle on it, which gives you the luxury, even without the tech. Having multiple copies of a luxury does not provide extra amenities though, so you only get them from the first copy. This is where trading with other civs comes in. You see, each continent will have 4 unique luxuries assigned to it, meaning it's a good idea to settle new continents or to trade with other civs that are already on them. Always remember to sell your extra copies to an AI that doesn't have them for a bit of gold, or use them to trade for their luxuries. Note that the AI will never sell you a luxury if they only own 1 copy of it, as it's currently providing them amenities. Now, as I mentioned before, you can get luxuries through great people and city-states too. Zanzibar is a good example. It will give you cinnamon and cloves if you're their suzerain. Additionally, these give an amenity to 6 cities instead of the usual 4. Then there are a few great merchants which can give a copy or 2 of luxuries you won't find anywhere on the map, such as toys, cosmetics, jeans, and perfume. So there you go. I've been Ursa, hope that helps.
That was truly amazing. The entertainment complex ensures amenities, but should be built rarely. You see, the zoo and stadium buildings provide amenities to each city within 6 tiles. This does not stack with other zoos and stadiums in the same radius, so be sure to have 1 entertainment complex in the middle of every cluster of cities you have. Same goes for the water park, but their buildings, the aquarium and aquatic center, affect cities 9 tiles away, allowing you to build fewer of them, or the same amount since the coastal tiles you need to put them on are on the edges of your empire. I recommend building them in lakes in the center of your empire instead of on the coast to save on production in multiple water parks, and also because coastal cities tend to have less production. They also work alongside the entertainment complex buildings, so be sure to build both in your empire for maximum effect. You can get more amenities from your policies and governments, such as the Classical Republic government, giving +1 housing and +1 amenity to every city with a district. The liberalism policy gives +1 amenity to cities with 2 districts, and the retainers policy gives +1 amenity to cities with a military unit garrisoned in them, meaning the unit is just placed in the city center. There are a bunch of wonders that give amenities too, but the big 3 are the Temple of Artemis, providing a city with +1 amenity for every camp, pasture, or plantation within 4 tiles of it, as well as +3 housing and +4 food. The Colosseum gives +2 amenities and +2 loyalty to cities within 6 tiles, acting as a classical era zoo, and finally Estadio de Americana, giving +2 amenities to every city in your empire, making it a great late game wonder to ensure all your cities are ecstatic. Now you can lose amenities by going bankrupt and continuing to lose gold, or for incurring war weariness, which happens when you're at war for too long, fighting a lot, dropping a lot of nukes, or letting too many of your units die in the same turn, so keep your wars brief and troops alive. This will ensure a happy and productive empire that can stand the test of time, so be sure to improve those luxuries, build entertainment districts, plug in the right policies, and try not to lose money. And alongside keeping up your amenities, you'll also want to keep your citizens loyal to stop them from rebelling, but more on that next time, as this is part 2 of a 4-part series on basic city management. I'm Ridic, and I'll see you in the next era.